42 years. And one day I thought, what does Eliab mean? And because all the biblical names have a meaning, and so I found out. Eliab is El is God.
God.
Like from Elohim,
right.
and all that. El is God.
Yep.
And Abba is Father.
Yes.
And I said, wow.
Yes. God is my Father.
Look at that. My mother, I never asked her the name of the man that
Hallelujah.
donated by force. I never asked his name or anything. But he named me Eliab.
Yes.
God is my
God
Father.
is my Father. Yeah.
I thought, wow. And she dedicated me to the Lord. She didn't tell me that until one day my brother said, you know, my mom cries a lot when she thinks about you. I said, what? Yeah, she cries a lot because she thinks you have something against her for your birth. And I said, no. Well, you've never asked about who your father was. I said, my father is the one who adopted us. He's my father. He's more than my father. He said, but my mom cries a lot because you've never asked anything about him. And so I talked to her, and I said, Mom, I never wanted to hurt you. I didn't care who he was.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he never worried about us or about me. So I didn't care who he was. He said, well, you know, I got some things from him. I got some newspaper articles, and I've got some pictures of him. And I said, well, I'll take them, but well, he had been in the Senate, he had been governor in San Luis Potosí, and all this, and I thought, well, you know, that to me is not important. And I did not know, but I had met him. When we came to the United States, my father adopted us. And so he had to sign the papers.
Oh, really?
And so my grandmother, I remember she took us to the presidential office or building, and so she took us to this office, and this man behind the desk took me and set me on the desk, and he put a wad of money in my pocket. And he signed all the papers. Now, I was 7 years old, so I didn't know what was going on.
Right.
When I got out, my grandma took the money. but finally, you know, so many years after, I started thinking, why did he put that money in my pocket? You know, he was a stranger. But it was because he had to sign the papers. So he was my biological father, I guess you could call him. But so that's what happened. And the Lord has been so merciful to me.
Yes.
We were having a Bible study in the apartments right next to Super Kroger on Murfreesboro Road by Nashville Village. There's some apartments on the side. We're having a Bible study. And when I asked the young couple, I said, where are you from? Well, we're from Mexico. What part of Mexico? San Luis Potosí. And, that's where my biological father was. As a matter of fact, he was governor of San Luis Potosí. I said, what was his name? I said, look at that. My mother was his secretary. I said, what? I said, I don't. Now think about that.
Yeah.
This whole world.
Right.
Nashville, Tennessee.
Yeah.
One little apartment. One young couple. And it happens to be the daughter of the secretary of my... So I said, listen, I don't know anything about him except his name. And my daughters, they would worry about that because they would say, Dad, we need to know what he died of. we need to know what kind of disease he had, you know, because we have his blood. So what? You know, I don't care what he died of. I don't care what disease he had. You know, but they say, well, we need to know. Well, the Lord gave me information because her mother sent me a book of his biography. How about that? And then she came. We had a revival, and she was here, and she went to church with us.
Really?
And one of the young ladies at the church, she says, my father's coming, and I want you to talk to him because he's not a Christian. And he is terrible. Everything that comes out of his mouth is cuss words. And you need to share with him. He needs to know the Lord. I said, sure, I'll be happy to. So when he came, he opened the door, and he did. He said, you are the... and he started. I said, well, wow. He said, where are you from? He said, from San Luis Potosí. I said, what? How about that? My biological father was from the same place.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't say biological father. I said something else, but he understood. He said, "He's your father, isn't he?" I said, "No, he just donated his sperm." But he said, well, "Here's your father." Yeah, I said, "As a matter of fact, he was your governor." What? So I tell him his name. He said, "That's no good." All kinds of curses. The good thing is that he went to McAllen, and that's where he died. He didn't die in Mexico. I said, well, I didn't know that either. So I get little informations here or there. You know, the Lord gives me information. You know, that I said, hey, you know, I didn't ask him.
Right.
You know, I didn't care.
Right.
And the Lord just kind of gives me those kind of things. And, you know, I found out how the Lord works in a lot of ways. You all know Romans 8:28, of course. Mm-hmm. All things work together for the good of those who love the Lord. Amazing. And the Lord used that for good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And He can use me. You know what they call?
Yeah.
So matter of fact, even in the Bible says they're not supposed to even come to the temple. And yet the Lord called me into the ministry. That's a privilege that I have. I've been serving here in Nashville for, Tuesday was 31 years. We're the first Hispanic church in Tennessee.
Yeah.
And in Kentucky. And we started missions all over Tennessee. We started 4 in Kentucky. Well, the Lord did. Mm-hmm. But the Lord can use us.